Hola, mi nombre es Gabriel de Kavak Technologies. En este video voy a estar haciendo una entrevista a una clienta. Así que esta clienta es muy especial, tiene 72 años. Para aquellas personas que dicen, no, pero yo soy muy grande, no puedo aprender y todo eso, bueno, esto te va a venir bien. La entrevista obviamente es en inglés, así que tenés que tener por lo menos un inglés medio intermedio. Tal vez podrías llegar a activar los subtítulos de YouTube y tal vez te lo puedes llegar a traducir. O si no, si vos lo querés traducir, cualquier cosa, voy a habilitar el video para que lo puedas hacer. Así que esto te va a dar un panorama para que no te rindas, obviamente, no importa la edad que tengas. Obviamente, persistencia es fundamental. Esta persona pensá que apenas sabe utilizar la computadora, sabe utilizar un poquito de PowerPoint y le enseñé ahora cómo convertir los PowerPoint en videos, cómo hablar arriba del PowerPoint, obviamente, y después empezar a editar los videos muy poquititos. Y obviamente después vamos a estar subiéndolos a YouTube y todo eso. Así que bueno, los videos son totalmente gratis, así que si querés empezar a aprender inglés, son cortitos, al punto y están buenos. Después también le ayudé a crear una página web y de esa manera puedes llegar a vender algunas anotaciones que son bastante baratas, salen algo de $5. Así que si estás comprometido con vos mismo y querés aprender inglés, te dejo todos los links en el canal de YouTube de ella, la página web también. Espero que te guste y te sirva. Así que bueno, ahora empezamos con la entrevista y espero que la disfrutes. Hello, my name is Gabriel from Kavak USA. In this case we have Karin. So we are going to interview her. We are going to ask her a few things about her job and everything that she has done in the past. So that way you're going to learn, and if you want to start teaching English or learning English or something like that, so we are going to start. So tell me a little bit more about your story. How did you start and everything that you have done?
How far back do you want me to go?
Okay, how did you start
many
teaching
years
English?
ago, before I was even ever a teacher, I knew some Japanese people who asked me to teach. He asked me to teach his wife English. You know, that's how it began. And then I became an art teacher, actually. But since I've retired from that and have come to Kentucky, I began to work in town with private language schools and at universities like NKU, and in programs at Gateway and so on, plus having private students the whole time in English. But I've also taught German, and when I lived in Canada, I taught French, and in South Africa I taught French.
Very good. So how many languages do you
3.
Can you speak 3? Are you fluent on
No.
all 3?
No.
Okay. So which one are you?
Fluent in English.
English?
But in my reading is the best in all of them.
Okay.
And my writing second best. The speaking is the last. That's the same as almost the way children learn. No, that's not right. Children learn to listen first, then speak. But adults are different. They're the other way around.
Okay.
The reading comes first and the writing
Later. Okay.
later, yeah.
Okay, so what is your experience making YouTube videos? I mean, how do you feel about starting and trying to teach anybody else all over the world?
To teach English all over I think it's fun. I like the visual aspect, because that taps into, like the PowerPoint, because that taps into my art teaching experience and my design interest. So I have really enjoyed that. I get very frustrated, as you know, because I don't understand everything right away or very clearly. And like I said about languages, when I listen, I don't understand so well, but when I read it, it all
It's
becomes
much better.
clear. It's much better, yeah. But I like sharing the information through the computer, through the YouTubes, rather than teaching classes, because I got tired of that a little bit.
All right. So what about the website that I just made for you? So what are you going to start adding in this site?
Every time I create a new batch of YouTubes, I'm going to include 13 type pages of information about what's in that YouTube. So the first one was a synthesis, from nouns all the way to idiomatic expressions. And the next one is called Write Well, and it has to do with writing essays and how to do that, so there'll be information on there. And it's also the idea that they can download PDFs of additional information and exercises with answers for all the lessons which are on the YouTube
Very good.
channels.
So, what are you going to do in 1 year? I don't know what.
In a year from now?
Yeah, from 1 year from now.
I have about 6, well, I've done 1. I'm working on number 2. I have about 4 other projects that I have in mind to develop. The next one after the one that I'm doing now, which is called Write Well, is called English Sentence Patterns. And that's a totally different one. It's almost gets into the literary aspects of English, how to write really beautifully in English, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
For artists, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be very interesting. It's a little harder to organize, but I like the organizing parts.
Okay, so do you think, with YouTube, are you going to reach just the advanced student, or maybe someone who is like
with
a business owner?
With the one about Write Well is mainly for academic people. You know, it's to write essays for college, for university. And the English Sentence Patterns, that's for anyone who's interested in writing well. And that could be, well, not so much for business. I don't really quite know what the focus is. I have to think about that a little bit. Me, I just love sentences.
Okay.
And I love to create beautiful ones. But I don't know if that's what everybody's focus will be. So I have to find a focus for that one. And then I have other plans in mind as well. I know there's many things online about TOEFL and IELTS and TOEIC. But I still would like to make my own YouTubes on that subject, because I like to keep my things short and to the point. Sometimes, I saw one recently on pronunciation that went on and on and on and on and over and over and never ending. And it gets a little boring, so I just like to pique people's interest.
Okay.
And then maybe they'll go on the website and download the other PDFs, and also to stimulate them to get into it more on their own.
Okay, that's good. See, I was talking about the other people, the business people, because usually if they are, they want to deal with USA or maybe England or any other country that speak English, they may want to start learning.
I haven't thought of that yet. I haven't thought. I'm interested in doing. This is a project that I actually did years ago when I was teaching art classes after school, and I don't mean painting. I mean history, philosophy, criticism of art, and I want to get some YouTube channels on that. But that'll be in a few years.
Farther in the
farther in the future, yeah. But you're giving me an idea now about business people, because those are the people that I taught mainly when I worked at the private language schools. They were business people mainly from Latin America.
Yeah, yeah.
From South America.
My wife, she used to teach those people.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh my goodness! What school was she with?
No, she was teaching for one school that is kind of Lincoln. It's a private school in Buenos Aires, in Argentina.
Oh, in Buenos Aires, yeah.
But she was teaching for some banks, like a personal.
Yeah. I was interested in doing that, but I never really pursued it. Because I was busy with the private language schools, with the universities, with the private students. That I couldn't pursue all that. That's one of the reasons I quit all that, so I could do YouTubing.
And reach more people.
Yeah. Yeah. Although it was nice to have an income that was sort of steady, and now who knows what happens with YouTubes.
Yeah, but, if you keep working, of course, it may take few years, but you can reach a lot of people.
Yeah. I had talked to you before about my niece is not yet interested. She's just starting her yoga business. And there are all kinds of things she has to look into and look at and so forth. But we've been talking a little bit about getting a website for her eventually and doing YouTubes for her. But she said to me, Karen, there's 1 million yoga YouTubes out there. I said, so are there 2 million language ones.
Surely, yeah, but you always can tweak and do something different than everyone else is not doing.
Yeah. Now, I have a question. Do you recommend should I just leave this set of 10 videos the way they are? Or should I go back and change them periodically?
No, I mean, what I recommend is always leave what you have and then
make new ones.
Make new ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can make a new playlist and everything else, so that way people can know different subjects for you can make a category of each.
Category, yeah. Do we have a playlist for this first set of videos? I think so. On the website.
If there is, I think we didn't do any yet, but it can be done. So
okay. Because I thought you put the PDFs on already, from 1 to 10, so people can click on like number 3.
Yeah, we can arrange that.
Okay.
Would you like to say anything else to the audience?
No, I think it's fine. I like this adventure, and it's creative, and it's a nice enterprise. And since I don't absolutely need a lot of income at the moment, I have time to wait, I hope.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this little interview. So I remember I'm going to leave in the description of this video all her links, so that way you can visit and learn English if you want to learn. So I hope you enjoyed. Remember, click like, subscribe, and see you next class. Bye. Bueno, espero que te haya gustado la entrevista. Cualquier cosa, me dejas tu comentario abajo. Acuérdate de suscribirte y nos vemos en la próxima clase. Hasta luego.